Hello, welcome. It's HardLore time. How are you, Bo?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm okay. All things considered, you know,
Yep.
it's been an interesting week. It's been a tough week, but hardcore is united in celebrating our friend that we've lost this past week, our beloved Cayle Sain. Please watch our tribute video from last week. I feel like that's the most important thing I've ever personally worked on.
It was awesome. It was awesome. You did a great job. And what's cool is this is kind of what we were going to do in Los Angeles over this weekend. Today, actually.
Correct. Today.
Right now, the day of our filming this. And we're going to do kind of a more streamlined one. The spirit of it is what really is the most important.
Exactly. And we will get to that in a grander sense towards the end of this. But today, it's the 2023 inaugural HardLore Awards. It's a huge day for music, huge day for hardcore music, metal, punk music.
Award shows.
This is big. We wanted to take, a week to celebrate what an insane year of music 2023 has been and highlight some of our favorites. We posted the categories online a few days ago. You've had a chance, hopefully, to look through them. But we're going to go through them one by one right now. The categories for all these awards are Best New Band, Best Production, Best Live Performance, Best Guest Feature, Best Skank Breakdown, Best Artwork, Best Music Video, Best General Breakdown,
Just overall.
Best Single, Album of the Year made by hardcore motherfuckers playing alternative type shit, Album of the Year made by hardcore motherfuckers playing death metal type shit, EP of the Year,
Yep.
Album of the Year, and before that, Bands to Watch and a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yep.
So let's get ripping, huh?
Yeah, I really like the categories. As we go through them, I'd like to explain them.
Yeah,
Just
totally
kind of
agree.
give our frame of mind for them. But
I think even the nominees we should stop and talk about.
Good call. Yeah, good call. So the first one, Best New Band.
First one, Best New Band. This is the band that going forward in 2024, the bands that we think you're going to want to hear more from, that we want to hear more from, and that we think could be the future.
Yeah. And what do we mean by new? We should specify.
New started in the last year or two. Has
Let's-
like 1.5 things out. Maybe no LP.
Very well said. Yeah.
If they came out of the gate with an LP, that's fine too.
Yeah. Hey, more power to them. Yeah, I like that.
So for this category, Best New Band, the nominees were in alphabetical order: Collateral, Defense Wound, Enervate, and Scarab.
Yes,
Collateral is from Florida.
that's right.
It's like straight ahead, but harder. The songs are quick, they're over, they're done. I'm loving it. The dirty, raw production that I like. Enervate rocked our socks off at LDB.
Yes.
They played second, blew a bunch of the bands off the stage, blew
Yes.
our asses off.
Very true. From Milwaukee.
So you're gonna have to keep an eye on Enervate. Defense Wound was a band I just saw at Bangin' in the Rock that absolutely rocked my world. Death metal type stuff.
Okay, got it.
They seem to be aware of the show in some way, so that always counts. I loved them, and I was shocked to see that they weren't on Maggot Stomp or something already.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I think that's imminent. Either Maggot Stomp or HardLore Records coming up soon. And last but not least, Scarab,
Yeah.
who is
Tyler.
Mully from Gridiron and formerly of Year of the Knife, new band that he sings in.
The man's got some pipes,
He Ben had those pipes the whole time,
Yeah.
This is exactly what you would want and expect from a band that he's singing in.
Yes.
Hard as shit. And that is why Scarab is the winner for HardLore's 2023 award for Best New Band.
Congrats.
Congrats to Scarab. Here are some words from Scarab.
Thanks.
Outstanding. Thank you so much to Scarab. 2023 Best New Band. We move forward to our next category, very near and dear to our hearts.
Very much so. And this one I think is like a little, it's just like defining it is difficult.
It is. It's so subjective.
It's possibly the most subjective.
It is. But at the end of the day, so we did have a nomination committee here.
Yeah.
I reached out to people privately and I said, send me your picks. They sent me their picks. I considered everything.
Yeah.
There's so many things on here. There's things on here I had never heard of.
Right.
That I love now. We'll talk about some of them later. But at the end of the day, it's our show. So we get to do what we want. Best production is the next category.
Okay.
This is production is the way a record sounds.
Right.
What you are hearing in every way, shape, or form.
Production is kind of one of the coolest things too, to me, because a lot of like the stuff that we think is being iconic and sounding so specific and like crafted was like 3 mics in a room.
Yeah. Or
Just
in
like
a complete accident.
Complete accident. And like that's how fun is that? It's a form of gambling,
awesome.
Really.
Yeah.
Love
it. It really is. I mean, dude, Oasis definitely maybe was they invented the term brick walling.
Yeah.
That was invented for Oasis, definitely maybe.
Is that true?
Because they just wanted everything to be as blaringly loud as possible.
Yeah.
Who knows,
How does that differ from like the Phil Spector, like wall of sound?
Don't know.
Brick walling, wall of sound,
They said they invented it, so I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
the nominees for Best Production. Echo Chamber 2023 promo. In alphabetical order. So Military Gun, Life Under the Gun. Stingray, Fortress Britain.
I'm unfamiliar with Stingray.
Oh,
this
dude.
is one I need to check out. Yep.
We'll talk about it in a second. And Terena, Evil Eyes.
Okay.
So let's go in order here. Echo Chamber is from Germany. I think that they are the best, current European hardcore band.
Wow.
Period.
Really?
Yes. And it starts with like a straight up True Blue riff, note for note.
Yeah.
Which I really like,
I like True Blue. And I love wearing your influence on your sleeve.
Wear them, dude. And especially Germany, you got True Blue,
Yeah.
That's their fucking Metallica there. So, and the intro is so iconic that kind of taking it and having it as your own thing going forward, utmost respect.
I like it.
It sounds great. Military Gun, Life Under the Gun.
I mean,
near and dear to the show.
Very near, very dear.
I think this is a perfect sounding piece of music.
Outstanding.
And there's so many little nuggets that you just go, how did you notice? How did you think to do that?
And that fucker, he would just, I don't know.
Little asshole. Yeah. Up next, Stingray, Fortress Britain. Man.
Tell me.
It's like the perfect blend of Japan and Britain.
Okay.
But like a little bit harder.
Okay.
How did I describe it the other day? It sounds like a Japanese band in the UK. With like the best kind of dirty production,
Oh, interesting.
Like very, very chorusy. It's
okay.
like it's played in the biggest room you've ever been in.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then Terena, Evil Eyes. These young whippersnappers from the 805, California.
Where's that?
Ventura County. I think they're from Oxnard.
Okay.
Which is fucking sick, dude.
There's a Portillo's there. That's all I know.
In Oxnard?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's news to me.
I think one of the first. I think Todd told me that One of the first in California was like 10 years ago in Oxnard.
We got to wrap this up. I got to go.
But anyway,
they're a band that they played like second or third in For the Children the other day. Had one of the best sets of the day.
Fuck yeah, love.
They're drawing young people. It's hardcore is a genre of music for the youth.
For the youth, 100%.
And when it's being played by the youth, that's when it's perfect.
I agree. I fully agree.
Terena is that, and I think this record that was also at the pit is these kids are the drummer David is Cola Boy's drummer.
Okay, gotcha. Well,
which you remember.
I do. I really do.
He's fucking unreal, dude.
Yeah.
He's born in the pocket. He will die in the pocket. And you know, when you have that as the backbone of your band, when you have a drummer like David, you're untouchable. They're a 4-piece band.
Beautiful. And this was done at the pit as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's awesome. The winner for 2023 HardLore Award for Best Production goes to Military Gun, Life Under the Gun.
Absolutely. For what they're going for, they could not have done it better.
Could not have done it better.
Like I
think it has the perfect amount of grit. There's not one lick of auto-tune on there.
Right.
It's all natural, which
and like as a guitar player and without I think we talked a little bit about guitars when we did the album breakdown with Taylor and Ian, but you can feel that it's a tube amp cranked real fucking loud and like very little unnatural distortion. It's just fucking loud.
And also a huge part of Military Gun's songwriting like is production.
Yeah.
Because you look at Very High and like where those like na 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 na.
Yeah.
That's something that like you pre-pro and then figure out like, oh, maybe those don't fit everywhere, but let's pop them in here and here.
I got you.
And that's all like production foresight of being like, it just that feels like something to me that is discovered during production. Like, and I just think this thing sounds perfect.
Yeah, it sounds perfect. Having seen them play the stuff live too, it feels like it's one thing. Obviously, the category is production, so it's one thing to have it sound real good on record. But translating it live is a whole other ballgame, and they do it real well. So that's almost like an award and a half, I would say.
Yeah, best live, best production translation goes to Military Gun. Congrats. Here are some words from Military Gun.
Thank you, HardLore, for the award. I feel as though we're probably the only record with like 12-string guitars and Rhodes piano and organ, and so it adds up. Probably a lot of people say we're not hardcore, and fuck you.
Fuck them. I fuck you too.
Thank you, HardLore.
That was awesome. We haven't seen any of these yet, so so the next category here is pivotal to what hardcore is. Hardcore is about the live performance.
There are so many bands I have checked out because I saw a cool picture, I saw a cool video, because I saw them at a show or a fest, and I was like, whoa, these guys are going fucking insane. You're going to watch the No Justice last show and not figure out what that band sounds like.
Figure out everything you can.
It's just like...
dude, I mean, here's the thing. The thing that took me a long time to figure out is that music's only going to get you so far, Like your songs are not everything. They're the most important thing. If you don't got the tunes, you don't got nothing.
Agreed.
But live performance is going to be what keeps them coming back.
It's like the salt of a dish. You can have an incredible dish put together, but if it's not salted, if it's not seasoned, forget it.
Exactly.
There's no
You
point.
can go out and play your songs, and some people are going to be happy, but you go out and you give them a show. You give them a show that makes them leave going, when are they coming back?
Dude, you're so correct.
That's as important as making a great album. And it took me a little too long to figure that out, but I'm here now. I get it.
Look, we've all seen a band that just stood still,
Oh,
and just was just like not into it or didn't seem into it. And
how am I supposed to be excited if you're not excited?
exactly.
Yep. And our nominees
Yes.
for the best live performances we saw in 2023. First up, Ceremony, Secret Set at Sound and Fury 2023.
I have never in my life seen people sprint, drop everything and run to go watch a band. That
Their
alone
footsteps
was like,
literally went, Neow.
yeah,
And I've never heard that before.
never.
This was a magical thing. That rat bastard Anthony lied to my face for weeks about it, and then there it was. So here we are, best not live performance, I guess. The next nominee would be Fleshwater, 1720, Los Angeles, California. This was like a month ago,
Yeah, it really was. It was 11-9.
and this is one of the best sets I've ever. And they're pros.
Oh, yeah.
They know what they're doing. They've got the set dialed in. You saw it every night.
Really did.
This reaction felt paradigm shifting.
It felt like very much like what we're talking about, where it was like, who is that? I got to check that out.
Yeah.
People are fucking crazy about whatever.
If I didn't know who they were
Yes.
at that show, I'd be like, I gotta get home and figure this out.
Yes.
The next nominee, Killing Time at the Triple B Days Streets of Hate showcase.
We got to explain this.
Guys,
Is there video?
I'm sure there is.
Yeah,
Listen,
I haven't.
we've talked about Brightside until we were pink and purple in the faces, respectively. It's Mount Rushmore,
Yeah,
period.
sure.
Best hardcore songs ever. The fact that they still got it in that capacity, and when I'm talking about putting on a show, this band put on a show. Between songs, they're shouting out their favorite restaurants in New York.
And like not just like, oh, this place, yeah, that place is good. All right, now it was like, this place over here is good. This pizza place over here is good. I like the pizza here. Then they would play a song and they would be like,
So
now
anyway,
for
the cannolis down the street from here.
The best cannolis were on 108th Street, Baldy's, across from Spaghetti Park by Tough Tony's place. And then the best Zabalidan Napoleon cake was at Stassi's Bakery on 104th Street. The best Italian sandwiches were at Mama's on Corona Avenue. The best chicken rustica was at Army and Pat's. My favorite pizza was St. Mark's Pizza on St. Mark's and 3rd. But everyone don't agree with that. But I also like Domino's. Speaking of guineas, this goes out to Lou Alfidi. Thank you. Let's get back to Italian food. Now we go to the Bronx.
And it was like, I'm writing shit down and then talk behind my back, stretching the truth. you
yeah,
know?
we were standing where we were near each other and like both, we were apart enough to not be able to talk, but we were both like actively laughing out loud.
My jaw was on the floor and I realized I knew I was witnessing history.
The other cool thing about this as a nominee is Killing Time at CBGB's, the one video, is one of my favorite live performances of all time on tape.
Yeah.
So like that's a nice synergy. They still got it.
Still fucking got it. And then they've evolved into knowing what they are. Like, hey, we're New York Italians who eat good.
We eat. Yeah.
Let's talk about it. The last nominee for Best Live Performance is Ingrown, the band as a band.
Yep.
In specifically, Bo wanted to notate Ross from Ingrown as a guy.
Just if he's got a guitar on his back, you're gonna love it. I guarantee it.
He's yipping and yapping and yeehawing.
Dude, there were multiple. I'm not even joking. There were multiple nights on that tour after the show or like after they played or whatever, where people would be like, dude, Ross is incredible as a frontman.
He's an amazing frontman.
And to be able to do that while playing guitar, while switching between guitar heads to give you the stereo effect,
Yeah.
while being ripped out of his mind
Yeah, he's
on
shredded.
weed. It's just like, you got it.
That's a show.
Yep, there you go.
That ain't a set. That's a show. Like they put on a show. Charlie, we talked about the other day, is like he had to reluctantly become the drummer of his own band that he played bass in.
Gavin
That
can
deserves
disappear.
all the praise in the world.
He could disappear and apparate on his
And
own.
then
That
Gavin can disappear when he stage dives. Who else can do that in the world? Our pick
Yeah.
for best live performance, the 2023 HardLore Award goes to Killing Time at the Scanlon Festival. This was generational. This was classic.
I very seldomly remember banter anymore. And this was like, I'll never forget that.
No, dude, I wish that there was a Phil Core-esque recording of this.
Yes, dude.
I need isolated soundboard audio of the banter. So Scanlon,
Please.
if you could follow up with Brooklyn Monarch, please.
We're starving.
Thank you. I'm starving. Here's some words from Killing Time.
Okay, guys, you guys won the award for best performance at the BBB showcase in Brooklyn from the HardLore podcast.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Appreciate all the
Thank
support.
you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And we accept.
We look forward to seeing you guys on the West Coast.
We will hold this seltzer close to our hearts.
Just so you guys know, I don't know which of the winners we have anything from, so every time it's just a delight for me.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
What they said. Wow, can you believe they said that?
Wow. Shock.
The next award. This is a fun one. This category is best guest feature. And listen, it's Pain of Truth's whole thing is guest features. You know,
They got a record full of them.
it was crafted for guest features. So we can let's go through and list them off one by one.
Okay.
We've got Lifeless on the Ground, track 1. That features John and Anthony from Vane. In Your Heart, that features Scott Vogel. Acting Up features the homie 200 Stab Wound. You and Me features Freddie Madball. Too Late features Justice Trip, Trap and Rice. Picking at Scraps features Jay Pettigene and Austin Sparkman. Out of Our Hands features the homie Vinny from The Movie Life. Same Old Story doesn't have one.
That's the instrumental, I think. It's the only one.
Yes. Oh, This Falls on You features Shane Moran from Bad Seed and Title Fight. Under My Skin features Josiah Hoflinger, friend of the show. Not Through Blood features Incendiary. Josiah from Criminal Instinct and
Yes.
Josiah Daniel. Not Through Blood featuring Incendiary. This was a tough one. It's a fun category because it was like pick a song from this record.
Yeah, right.
Where the guest spot shined.
And we talked a little bit before we started recording. And
did.
your reasoning for this,
Yes.
I think I do agree with.
It was a very close race between
Yeah.
Justice Trip and Shane Moran.
Yes.
Justice of Trap and Rice, Angel Dust, Shane from Bad Seed, and Title Fight. Justice is out here grinding every day, singing 2 bands at a time. Shane, we don't hear from. We haven't heard him sing in, 15 years or something?
Yeah, I don't
10, 11, 12 years?
Don't even know, yeah.
So hearing his voice, it sounds different and more mature and hard. Hearing his voice on something it was rare and special.
That's a perfect way to put it.
Not
Rare.
that it's not special to hear Justice, because hearing him in this context where they were basically like, let's write a TUI song and have Justice sing half of it, was very cool. Because it was very much like, there you are, Peter, you know? But Shane Moran from Bad Seed and Title Fight is the winner for the 2023 HardLore Award for Best Guest Feature. The song is called This Falls on You.
Congrats.
Congrats, Shane. Here's a little something from Shane, maybe.
Yo, thank you. Shout out Pain of Truth for writing a great record and inviting me to be a part of all the great guest spots on that thing. Colin and Bo, I love you guys.
I can't believe we maybe got him to do that. That was crazy when we did that. Okay, this one I'm very passionate about.
What do we got?
This next category is best skank breakdown.
Perfect. Will you explain, please?
Absolutely. So a lot of people say two-stepping.
Yeah.
Before it was two-stepping, it was called skanking.
Interchangeable, you know?
Interchangeable phrasing. I prefer skanking.
As do I.
As a ska fan, I prefer skanking as the term. That's anytime you hear
Ga. Yeah.
do ga or do ga or do ga do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just change your speed a little bit. You're skanking, baby.
Look up Breakdown Thompson Square Park on YouTube. You got some of the best
Skank
skanking
Fest,
that
Skank
exists. City. Yeah. That's all you need.
The nominees for best skank breakdown: Blow Your Brains Out, No Control; Echo Chamber, Life Disintegrated.
These are the songs.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Stingray, Nerve Agent; and Dying Fetus, Unbridled Fury.
It's a real, this one is a real Star Trek red shirt moment. It's like, I wonder who he's going to pick.
Yeah, what? Let's talk about the nominees a little bit. Blow Your Brains Out. This is like demo core revival, and I say that in a non-derogatory way.
Sure.
I think they're British.
Okay.
The whole new wave of British hardcore is truly like, they've all got something.
How cool, too.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. Big fan.
I hope that they're British. I'm pretty sure they are. Wow, 3 out of 4 are Europe and UK. Interesting. Mm-hmm. America's got to pick up the skanks. Okay, do better. Skank better.
Skank better.
Echo Chamber is next. Life Disintegrated. Again, the best current European hardcore band in the game right now. Stingray, Nerve Agent. Man, this Stingray record I've been listening to for days.
This is fun because now it's like, oh, I got a playlist of things I got to listen to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? This, and I hope
I really, really, really like this record.
Awesome.
Love the production. Love the riffs. Love the vibe. It starts off, it sounds like bagpipes. You'll see what I mean. It's kind of bagpipe vibe when like there's like an intro to the record. And then I ripped through the record like 10 times in a row when I first put it on. Nerve Agent is the song with the skank part where I went, turn it up. What was that?
Gotcha.
And then Dying Fetus, Unbridled Fury. This obviously won. This is the winner. This is the winner. Come on. This fucking part, dude, this part is insane. When I put this record on, this was like the 3rd single of a record that had a year-long rollout.
Holy shit.
You know?
Yeah.
But what Dying Fetus experienced in that year.
Yeah.
And they'll say this to yourself. This is the acceptance speech I have heard. I couldn't wait to hear this one. They know that hardcore has their back. They've embraced it. And this is them telling you that.
Wow.
And dude, this fucking part, it has this crazy, like noodly run of with just guitar, little dive bomb, and then dun dun got 'em bow. This insane riff that I literally laughed out loud when I heard. It just made me stutter. I'm thinking about this riff and I'm stuttering.
He broke his brain.
Truly.
I am truly looking forward to seeing them in a few weeks.
I'm really nervous about it.
I know you are.
I'm scared, dude.
You got health insurance?
Yeah.
You're fine. You're all right.
I'm on the marriage plan, dude. It's still $500 a month, but like,
bullshit. But hey,
covered, dude.
Huge congrats to
Dying Fetus. Listen to what Dying Fetus had to say, specifically Trey, the unbelievable drummer of Dying Fetus. Let's hear his thoughts.
Hi, this is Trey from Dying Fetus, and I'd like to thank the guys at HardLore, COLIN, everybody over there. Thank you so much for your support and nominating us and having us be the breakdown of the year for Unbridled Fury. Without hardcore and the hardcore community, Dying Fetus wouldn't be where it is. We have a deep affinity towards hardcore, and we're glad that people in the hardcore community have accepted us and have enjoyed our music, and look forward to seeing some of you hardcore heads at the FYA Fest in Tampa on January 6th. So keep slamming it in the pit, everybody. And thank you so much for the recognition, and have a great afternoon.
I don't know what he said, but I hope it's just.
It's not. It's really special. He was very appreciative. They love hardcore.
Awesome.
Like I've said many times, John Gallagher, the only sticker on his guitar for many years was just the 25 to Life logo.
It's so crazy.
They've covered Integrity.
Yep.
They've covered Next Step Up. They belong on this list. They belong on this award show.
They belong in your ears.
They're one of the best bands to ever make music.
Yes.
That is on period, as they say. The next award is this was a fun one. This was tough because it was like, this is a really subjective thing. Art.
Yeah.
Physical artwork.
What do you look for in artwork? In general, not even for the awards purposes.
Dude, I just want to be struck in some way.
Exactly. I fully agree.
It's not about how it looks. It's about how it makes me feel.
Wow.
You know?
Because, for example, I'm looking over at my wall. I got World Coming Down on the wall.
Yeah.
Right? It's not an overly impressive.
Dude, I love that artwork.
But I'm just saying, it's not, there's nothing about it. Like, it's a photo with a filter on it, really.
I got it right there.
Okay, so we're looking at it, right? But the way it makes me feel when I look at it is like I'm going to the bridge. Like I'm
Dude,
going.
especially knowing when we were looking at that spot where that picture was taken.
Yep.
It's a tough trek to get down there, and it's like kind of desolate down there where that bridge is. You got to look up. I'm just imagining the graphic designer being like, Pete, look at this, and then sliding the green toggle up, and Pete going like, ooh,
Ooh.
oh, that's sick.
I think Kenny and Johnny did an interview with Code a while ago where they said the hex code for the color code that is their green.
That's pretty. They know that?
They know it. He said Kenny like whipped it.
Green 3706. Some shit like that. Anyway.
But yeah, I fully agree. It doesn't have to be a picture. It doesn't have to be illustrated. It doesn't have to be, it just has to grab. I just want to be struck. Do you have any favorites that just come to mind at all? Just like, wow, that's one of my favorite records.
Dark Side of the Moon.
There you go. That's a perfect example. That is not like design wise.
The King Crimson one with the fucking face on it.
Dude, the face one, that one's crazy.
Dude, Satisfaction.
There you go.
It's just blue live photos and the logo.
And a logo and cursive, right?
And I looked at that and I knew I would like it. I was 6 years old or something, and I was like, I'm gonna love this.
Really good.
Really, yeah, that's good shit. The nominees for best artwork.
Yeah.
Gel, Only Constant. I love a funky symbol and your name written cool, and a cool border. Dude, a cool border.
Oh, yeah. If you put like a scaling, it kind of scales a record and gives it depth when you do a border like that. I
really like this one. Ingrown, Cold Steel. What do you want? What do you want from me? It's a cool gun. It says Cold Steel.
And guess what they're into?
Cool guns and cold steel. And hot weed. Magnitude of Days Renewed. I think they killed this vibe. They crushed this image.
What I like about these nominees too is as you're saying them, I can picture it. That's kind of how you know.
That's how you know. It's just going like, oh yeah, that one's good.
The
Magnitude really fulfilled the like New Age Records, vegan straight edge. There's a certain kind of image that comes to mind when you say that.
Of course.
And I think they really nailed that. And that just means like having that total package like that shows me that you care and that you get it.
Yeah. Because it's really easy to like try to replicate, but to nail it is not. To make it seem authentic is not.
Exactly. Pain of Truth, Not Through Blood, the original one with the gun in the guy's mouth.
Insane.
Incredible.
When I saw it, I was like, why? I've never even thought of that point of view before.
How would you? There's no eyes in the mouth.
There's nothing in there.
There's nothing. We could never see that. They can't use it for a while. I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully that gets sorted out because it's great.
Yeah.
And then the final nominee would be Scourge from Texas Torrential Torment. This is classic, like 80s crossover, New York crossover type artwork.
I got you.
A big demon.
Yep.
Other scary stuff drawn gorgeously.
Unbelievable.
But Bo, our pick.
Yeah.
For the 2023 Best Artwork HardLore Award goes to Ingrown Cold Steel.
I looked at that sumbitch every night.
Every night?
Every night. I looked down and went, that is a good piece of artwork right there.
Isn't it?
Yes.
It really is.
Awesome.
The fact that it's a single just means, what's the LP going to look like? Can't wait to see
a
it.
bigger gun.
Colder steel, bigger gun. Those are the working titles. Guns. So congrats, Ingrown. Here's something from Ingrown.
Thank you, boys. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, thanks for the award, guys.
Damn. They're so Boise. They love guns.
The Boise accent really came out in that,
Yeah. In that video we definitely just saw. Okay, this next one is best. This next category, everyone, is best music video.
This one is interesting to me because I'm just getting to it. So when I saw that, it's an obvious choice for a category.
Yeah.
Award show, a music video is a thing. When I think of music videos, I'm pretty sure I know your opinion on them. I'm not super pro music video. I don't know what purpose they really serve. And yet, when I started to think of them, I could remember all of these videos.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh,
and I remember going,
one,
oh, that was all. And I watched them again today and like, man, it's like, there's a food analogy somewhere, but it's like a good music video is a really good music video. You know?
I think the purpose is like having some kind of just visual connection to what you're hearing.
Yes, which in the age of social media can get really lost in the shuffle. It's tough to do.
It can, but it's also like every banger in history had a video.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, okay, for this to be a banger in history, it should probably have a video. And that's that. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. If we want this to be a banger that lives up in history, there should probably be a video, period.
Yeah.
The nominees for best music video. Citizen, If You're Lonely. This one made me feel like I was watching the best college, high school movie of all time.
Yeah.
I wanted to call him when I was lonely. If you're lonely.
They had a really cool rollout for all this too. Like the rollout, like everything that happened at once was like really well done.
Yeah. And knowing that I think they do everything themselves for the most part. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The next nominee is Code Orange Takes Shape. Just like this is a flex. This is a visual flex.
Yeah, from a technical standpoint.
Yeah.
It has to be the craziest hardcore adjacent music video ever.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, you watch it and some of the shit that's going on is like, whoa.
Who afforded this?
It's amazing.
Are you using Mandalorian stagecraft technology on this? What is this coming from? Which I think they did. Dying Wish, Watch My Promise Die.
Amazing. Truly cool. Like, and I don't say words like this too often, but like moving visually, like just like really.
Well, dude, Emma's vocals and her melodies feel so personal.
Yeah.
They feel personal to us just because we love her.
Mm-hmm.
That when she's singing like that and belting it out and wailing, we're like, fuck yeah, dude.
And it's presented in such a like visually pleasing way and cinematic way. It's awesome.
Yes. We love to see them win. So when they win visually like this, we're fired up.
Yeah.
This video is awesome.
Yes.
Up next, Knocked Loose, Deep in the Willow / Everything is Quiet Now. Another flex.
Dude, this video, like, every 12 seconds, There's something on camera where I go, how? Where I like have to think about how they did it.
Yeah. I think they directed it. Or Brian did?
No. They were. I know Brian. Like they were heavily involved, but I forget the name of the guy who did it. That probably would have been good to know. But, the turnaround was really quick. That's one thing I do know. That it was like we're filmed in a day and out very shortly thereafter.
That's crazy.
Like
that's very impressive.
But yeah, so it's one of those videos where again, like technically, like I'm watching it and I have to like. In my mind, I'm like doing a Rubik's Cube on how the hell they filmed that.
Doing
like
the math.
What did I just see? Yeah, exactly.
Also, I think just the timing of this and the tracks themselves were like exactly what they needed at the time.
Yeah.
It was like they were picking up crazy steam from all these mainstream festivals.
Yeah.
And then came out more extreme.
And something about the name Deep in the Willow is just cool.
It's fantasy vibes.
It's very... Very fantasy.
We love fantasy. That. It's Middle Earth. It's Tolkien, you know?
It's Oldham, Middle Earth.
Yes, exactly. And the last nominee is Military Gun, Do It Faster.
So cool. What a great fun video.
Directed by Ian Shelton. That little scamp directing his own music videos. Who does he think he is being that talented?
And the cool fucking, what do you call that? Circle like that's moving and he's like it's tracking him as he goes. I don't know. It's just again, it's just one of those things. It's like it doesn't have to be the craziest video ever. It could just grab you.
They're just rocking in a cool way.
Yeah.
That's all it takes, man.
That's all it takes.
Rock in a cool way. And it's a fucking banger. So what are you gonna do? The winner for Best Music Video at the inaugural 2023 HardLore Awards, the first ever Best Music Video, Code Orange, Take Shape. Look, man, they're in a league of their own visually.
Truly.
Every member of this band clocks the fuck in at 7 a.m. every day. And they go, how do we improve this?
Yeah.
How do we grow?
This thing that we loved 3 weeks ago, I'm over it. We got to do it better.
Pretty much, yeah. They keep growing, they keep evolving. This is like this as the kind of first big piece of their new record.
Yeah.
I think this is like an objectively unbelievable piece of visual art.
Absolutely. 100%.
That's all. That's all I got to say about that. Here is a hilarious message from Code Orange.
What up? HardLore Awards. Well, third time seems to be the charm. We've lost 2 Grammys, but we've now won the most prestigious award of all, which is the HardLore Music Video Award. So I would like to thank Colin and Bo for giving us this music video award. I'm not sure what video it's for. That was not included in the text, but I am still pleased, very pleased. Feeling on top in this cold cave in Pittsburgh. And have fun in sunny LA, you pieces of shit. Peace.
No Billy Corgan. That's a shame.
Didn't need him to tell us how good this video was, and he's not in the video, so.
Oh, shit.
Makes sense.
My bad. He's not
in it. There's a funny mask that looks like him, though. And he's going, spread your wings.
That's not actually him.
I don't think so. If they had him in the video, I'd have him front and center being like, it's me, Bill.
Big Bill.
Bill Corgan. All right. This is a huge category up next, Bo. A great passion of ours. The next HardLore Award to be given is Best Breakdown.
Oh.
Wow. This was tough, man.
This is kind of what the whole show is about.
That's what the whole show is about. And realistically, I didn't put Dying Fetus in here because they won Best Skank Part. And I could have chosen just about any other section of that record.
Yeah.
But the nominees for HardLore's 2023 Best Breakdown Award are
Who we got?
E-Town Concrete, Level Up. We'll talk to you a little more about this song soon. Never Ending Game, Hate Today, Die Tomorrow. and Scarab Squeeze. E-Town this is vintage E-Town in all ways. It's every aspect of their career wrapped up into one song, including a hard ass breakdown that has like high octave chords in it. Which, if you can pull that off, you're built different.
You described it really well, which you kind of just said it again. But yeah, you said it's every style that the band is.
Never Ending Game, Hate Today, Die Tomorrow. This is the best pit on a record full of best pits.
And that's the other thing too, is like pretty much every hardcore song has a pit.
It should.
More, yeah, totally. But more do than don't. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like to really boil it down to ones that kind of stick with you, it's
tough. And you know, narrowing it down this gigantic field into just a few songs, in our case, just 3 songs that we felt were the contenders that aren't Dying Fetus, who were the contenders, about 15 of them. This one in particular evolves. And I love a pit that evolves.
Yeah.
I think they go at least Mosh 2 in this.
Yeah, they do.
And E-Town does as well. Scarab Squeeze is Mosh 2 or 3. Hard ass part by a hard ass band. Like we said, they're the best new band to watch. They're the best new band. 2023. 2024, just wait to see what they do. I'm just waiting to see what they do. But the winner for 2023's best breakdown is Never Ending Game, Hate Today, Die Tomorrow. The fact that they can do that much with 2 notes is what I'm all about. Finding new ways to do 0-1 there's not many left, man.
No, there's no place under the sun.
Believe me.
Yeah.
There ain't many left, and we got to cherish them while they're still coming out. Which is why Hate Today, Die Tomorrow is the winner. Let's hear a little bit from Never Ending Game.
Hey everybody, this is Will Cayle from Never Ending Game. Want to thank HardLore for giving Hate Today, Die Tomorrow best breakdown of the year. Many thanks to Sam Yarmouth over at Triple B Records for putting out the record Outcry. And many thanks to Mike, Mikey, Derek, and Dennis, the boys in the band, for putting it all together. Wouldn't be anything without you boys. Thanks for everything. Can't wait for LP8 when no one cares about us anymore. Cheers.
I totally agree with whatever they just said. Can't wait to see it someday. At Tie Down, which they basically headlined.
Right.
That was one of the gnarliest parts of the set, and that's a brand new song.
How about that?
That's the goal, right?
That's a good watermark.
Our next category. Now we're getting into the best of the best.
Yeah, the prestigious stuff.
These are all this is the big prestige is coming. We're starting with best single.
Wow.
This is the best song of the year that came out released either on its own or with like one other song.
Right. So not single of a LP.
Right. Not technically an EP or something being like, hey, an LP's coming, which I think one of these might be, but it wasn't when it came out.
Which, hey.
That's okay.
Yeah.
First up, The Chisel, Cry Your Eyes Out.
We love The Chisel.
We love The Chisel, and I think this was a giant leap for them. Because this is their most melodic hook they've ever done.
Definitely.
And it was also like, okay, it's still sonically and like on the heart very much a Chisel song.
Yeah.
But this is like a universally great hook.
Wow.
That this is radio worthy.
Did it come out with another song?
Yeah, they have. And then they had that amazing Elton John cover.
The Elton John cover. Okay, but it was in part. Is that the release?
No, Cry Your Eyes Out was at first a single by itself. I think that was they signed with Pure Noise and put out that single.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
The next nominee is Combust. They did a promo with Triple B, and the songs are great. And I'll call it a single because I think it is technically considered a single. I think they would consider it a single. Seeing what this band has evolved from is near and dear. I saw them. They opened for not opened, but we played with them years ago when they were a brand new band, and I could tell that they had it right off the bat.
It's an interesting thing, isn't it? That's a real like JR kind of like, I mean, you're gonna get in the hunt. Like he's got something, that kid out there.
He's got something, right?
Yeah. I see Andrew all the goddamn time. I'll tell you what. Because we keep playing the same fests and stuff, so I see them all the time.
Oh yeah, they're all. I mean, and I love getting to see them. I love playing near them in any way. Ingrown, Cold Steel. It's a fucking banger, dude.
What else? What else do you need to know?
This is top 5 modern hardcore bands in the world. Period. To me, it's exactly what I want.
It is
from progressive music.
Yeah.
Period. E-Town Concrete, Level Up. As we just said, this is like one of my favorite hardcore bands, like of any time ever. It's unbelievable to encompass your entire discography into 4 minutes of music. You know,
you think you could do that with Twitching?
Fuck no.
You should try.
No way.
Fuck, do we, bitch? You should. That would be a fun like experiment.
But they did, you know?
Yeah.
It starts with the like Renaissance type acoustic guitar with the fucking mid 2000s rap where he's splitting it with personal and like callbacks to E-Town stuff. And then it just gets insane. It's a hard ass verse, hard ass chorus, hard ass pit that still keeps the like early E-Town melody in it. And then one more chorus. This is the winner for best single. E-Town Concrete, Level Up.
Wow.
I couldn't believe this thing. Because like you think about how often a band you grow up listening to or you love puts out a new thing and you go, why'd they do that?
I mean, more often than not.
More often than not. This was, and I can't stress this enough, the opposite of that. To me, it was like, holy shit, they've done it.
Yeah, I listened to it when it came out. I listened to it today. I fully agree with everything you said.
There we go.
Of like how you explained the song and like what it achieves. I fully agree.
It is a feat, and they're incredible musicians, and you can hear that.
Oh, you know? They're incredible musicians. That's another thing too. Is I saw them for the first time with you at Furnace Fest, and they're fucking good.
A tight ass 4-piece, dude.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's a hard thing to be. Here are some words from E-Town Concrete. What an honor. Can't wait for the full episode, frankly. That's going to be a blast. Our next category, the 2023 inaugural HardLore Awards. This is a big one. Now we're getting into this is it. You know, these are the best records.
Yeah, this is like best supporting actor kind of thing.
This is best supporting actor.
Yeah.
3 in a row, basically. This first category is something we call hardcore motherfuckers playing alternative type shit album of the year.
Yes.
We picked 5 records who, from the heart, these are people that grew up in hardcore or associated with hardcore in some way.
Yeah.
And choose to channel that into a non-traditional hardcore band, but you can still sonically and ethically feel the hardcore oozing out of it.
If they fit on a fest full of hardcore bands, it works. That's all.
What are you going to do? You know? Yeah. The first nominee, Citizen, Calling the Dogs. Every record they put out is better than the last one. That's my firm belief. And I think that's all you can ask for from any band that you like.
Interesting.
And If You're Lonely is way up there. That maybe should have been on best single, but that's promoting an album, so it's not the same.
Right.
That fucking song, what an earworm. I love this band. I love this record. Very happy for them. I wish them growth and prosperity, you know, for life. I wish all of these bands growth and prosperity for life. The next nominee, Fiddlehead. Death is Nothing to Us.
What a
Seeing
band.
this band is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy. They've achieved such a interesting status of people know you don't always get to see them. So
they mastered.
go.
That's the goal. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're gonna play when we can play. You better be there.
Sounds like somebody else I know.
And it's gonna be good every time because these songs they found this. Pat has once again found a way for these lyrics and these songs to resonate with people, and he's got an amazing backing band behind him.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I don't want to refer to Fiddlehead as the Pat Flynn show, you know?
Yeah.
But like, it's always going to be associated. He was the singer of one of the biggest hardcore bands of this or any generation, really. Mm. But they've carved out their own identity.
Absolutely.
And they're a certified headliner at this point.
Certified headliner.
All while being called motherfucking Fiddlehead. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Many hooks. I don't think you could find a bad live performance on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like they would really check the box for a lot of our categories.
Big time. Agree. Big agree, as they say. Koyo, would you miss it?
A wrecking ball, dude. Just
friends of the show, dude. Great friends of the show. Finally, people have been begging for this LP for years now. They did it right, man.
How do you mean?
You put out EPs, you sprinkle in some shit until people are foaming at the mouth begging you for a record, for a full length. They finally did it. It delivered on all fronts. They're killing it, man. I love to see Koyo win.
Yeah, big Koyo cheerleader for sure.
HardLore, love Koyo. Shirt coming soon. Military Gun. Life Under the Gun. Near and dear.
Having a real Adele season. This band, this record.
They might be, yeah. They've had a lot of nominations. They might have the most.
What can you say? You know, at this point, it's just like he's a certifiable. I say he only because I'm most familiar with Ian, but
of course.
Certifiable hardcore kid.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Making
all of them are
rock ass music, and it's incredible.
MS Paint, Post American.
I am such a new fan of MS Paint.
Can you believe MS Paint and Dee Dee?
I literally can't. My first time seeing them was with you when we were in Brooklyn, and like I was texting the group chat, just like, guys, like this band fucking rocks,
dude. That's a show.
Yes,
you know,
yes, big time.
They put on a show. They got no guitar.
Yeah, they put on
keys, bass, drums, vocals. That's it.
One sleeve, long sleeve.
One sleeve, pants. You know, you try to pull that off. You know,
couldn't shan't.
I couldn't shouldn't shan't. Dee Dee does it, and they deliver something that realistically nobody else is doing musically.
1000%, possibly the most like unique sound.
Yeah.
Of a band that fits what I was saying, where it's like they can go on any hardcore fest.
Yes.
And not skip a beat.
Most bands on this list you can hear and go, oh, they're doing XYZ.
There you go.
I don't fucking know what MS Paint is doing. I don't know who they're doing. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't think they know. And that's the beauty of it. Nobody sounds like that, and I never get to say that.
Right, of course.
And it's a beautiful thing to be able to say. So listen to MS Paint, the winner of this year's Hardcore Motherfuckers Playing Alternative Type Shit Album of the Year. It's Military Gun, Life Under the Gun. Come on, man. This is a generational classic to me. Not that any of these aren't, but this one.
The singles came out at the beginning of the year, if not earlier, but the record came out early. I've listened.
Yeah, it came out the day in June. We were at Outbreak Fest.
Oh, it was in June. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. So middle of the year then.
Yeah.
I've gone back to this record so many times.
A lot, dude. It's a breeze to get through.
Yeah, the replay value is really high. It feels good. Very high, you might say.
Nah, come on, yeah. There's little production nuggets that I pick up on later as if it was like a fucking Bush record or something, where I go, damn, that was in there the whole time, you know?
Right.
Oh shit. I love it. I listen to it all the time. I don't really, and maybe this is like not what they're looking to hear, but I don't listen to a lot of music like this.
No, neither do I.
And I really like this.
Yes.
So hopefully they see that as a testament to them and not as like, shit, they like it.
No. Who doesn't want mass appeal? Who doesn't want to reach audiences that wouldn't normally check you out?
Yeah. That is like beyond mass appeal to me. I think I could have shown that to anybody I went to high school with, and they would have been like, this is some kick-ass rock music, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Who doesn't love kick-ass rock music? Pieces of shit. Here's Military Gun one more time.
Thank you, HardLore. It's an honor to be a hardcore MF trying to play alternative type music or whatever this award's called. I'd like to thank the nominees. You know, we're up against some real heavy hitters this year, and this time we rose to the occasion, but I see our peers taking the slot next year. Thank you, HardLore. You know, I'd like to thank our manager, our agent, all the people in Hollywood, and all the other hardcore MFs playing alt-type music.
Can you believe it?
No.
Twice in one episode. Outstanding.
You should have Taylor answer for one.
I think he will. I think he did.
Okay, good. I love Taylor. God.
Yeah, you saw it. Come on. We were there. The next category, very important. Very, very prudent based on what's happening in the world today musically. Yeah. Finally, you know?
Yeah.
Hardcore motherfuckers playing death metal type shit, album of the year.
Yeah.
It's about
this is
time.
Essentially the opposite of the melodic hardcore wave. This is the whole, like the other end of that spectrum.
And I've always been so for it, considering like, and my thing about that has always been like, most death metal, like traditional death metal bands, write music from one perspective. You know,
yeah.
They hear Deicide do these 6-minute songs with 18 parts that end when they want to, and they go, maybe we should structure that like a hardcore song, and then they try that, and it's successful. It's a successful thing.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? I love a death metal band, death metal-esque band, played by hardcore musicians, mostly because the song structures feel different.
They know what the energy needs.
Yes.
You know, they know what is needed to stoke the fire.
Yes.
And that's
they go, you know what? Death metal bands are hard. Sometimes it's like an accident and they don't know how hard they are.
Yeah.
It's not an accident when you know bands like this are doing it. They know what they're doing. They know what they want to see the live crowd doing.
There's something special about this kind of music made by people who, when they were younger and had like shaved heads, were spin kicking and were moshing and singing along with their friends to Terror. You know
exactly.
what I mean? Because we've all been there. You know what I mean? Exactly.
You know what best case scenario is when you're playing a riff. The nominees are Frozen Soul, Glacial Domination, Texas.
They love cold.
They love, dude, the snow thing is so sick.
I love it.
It's so
big
cool.
fan.
I'm all in on it. See, that's a show.
That's a show.
You do one thing, you plug in a snow machine, done. You gave him a show.
Yeah.
Fuming Mouth, Last Day of Sun. The triumphant return.
Yes, dude.
See? Yes. That's triumph right there.
Yeah.
Friends of the show. This is heroic, this thing.
It's awesome.
The human spirit.
Awesome.
Sonic.
We Harm's Way recently did like favorite records of the year with Brooklyn Vegan, and this record was on there.
Awesome.
As
it belongs on there.
It's just like, it's really cool. It feels good to listen to. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and especially, I popped it on after Cayle passed, just to like, I was talking to Mark a little bit about it, and like Cayle played on their first LP.
Yep.
Didn't play on this, but I just wanted to feel good in some way. and like knowing that this exists and that they made this happen despite all things. Just it brought me solace in a way that only Fortnite has passed since Cayle's passing. I don't know what it is, dude. Fortnite.
Dude.
It healed me.
You're like 5 years too
5
late.
years late, dude. If any of Cayle's friends are in mourning and you want to play Fortnite with me, it's been unbelievable.
Yeah, no build mode, Peter Griffin.
No
only.
build. I'm grinding to get Peter Griffin. It's what Cayle would have wanted. Fuming Mouth, Last Day of Sun. Unbelievable. Cruelty, Untopia.
Woo!
Beloved friends of the show.
Yep.
Released this is their masterpiece thus far.
Thus far.
Watching them is truly an experience in its own right. And I think this is now the closest thing to that experience on recording.
Got you. That makes sense. I've only gotten to see them twice. Both times have been like, I knew it was special. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Record rips. Yeah.
Love
Great
them.
band.
We can't say enough good things about Cruelty. I'd have Zuma on the show every other week if we could.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? That's all there is to say about that. Sanguisugabog, Homicidal Ecstasy.
Came out real early.
March, I think, or something.
Yeah.
February, June, January. I don't know. Very early.
Very early.
That nasty ass artwork I love so much that you hate.
I hate it so bad. There are parts on this record I haven't listened to it probably in months.
And
truly.
they're still in there.
I got them.
Dude,
Got them.
I think they're the best live band currently playing music.
I've only seen them once at Sound and Fury.
Okay.
Somehow.
I mean, and even at that was like, damn, we're
Yeah.
outside, guys. Why do you sound so good?
Yeah, that was awesome. Yes, agreed.
And they sounded perfect every single night. I think they're like unrivaled in terms of playing their songs, which is
Hey,
it's a good thing to be.
someone's got to play them. You know?
Exactly. Tomb Mold, the enduring spirit, the surprise release, the comeback of Tomb Mold. This was really cool. This was a nice thing because I remember this came out on a day where I was like, I could really use some new music.
Really?
I'm so sick of everything I like. And then it was like, Tomb Mold is back. Surprise record. It's out this Friday. Really like it. I think it sounds awesome. I think these are all their best songs. Never seen them. Would love to.
Where are they from? Do you know?
No idea. East Coast and somewhere or something.
Sure.
I don't know. They're awesome. They rip, dude. The winner.
Yeah.
2023. Hardcore motherfuckers playing death metal type shit. Album of the year. Sanguisugabog. Homicidal Ecstasy. Congrats to Sanguisugabog, the best live band in the world, period. Let's hear a little bit from Devin.
Hey, what's up, HardLore? I'm here at the Observatory in beautiful San Diego, California. Just ripped a set. Our last day of tour with Cattle Decapitation, Immolation, and Castrator. And I just want to say on behalf of all of Sanguisugabog, we thank you for giving us the award for hardcore kids playing death metal type shit. It's a huge honor and a blessing, and just want to thank you for supporting heavy music, and hope that you guys stick around and see what we come out with next. It's gonna be fucking heavy. It's gonna be brutal. It's gonna have your two-step and spin kick parts, and ass beater riffs are gonna sprinkle all the way through it. So keep on supporting Sanguisugabog. Keep on fucking being violent at shows. Fuck yeah, it's HardLore time.
Unbelievable.
What
The
a
guy's
funny
hilarious.
guy. Yeah, he's hilarious.
We love Sanguisugabog. It was an honor to be part of some gigs with them this year. Witness their meteoric ascent to the top. They're uniting the nations of extreme music, you know?
Yeah, I do actually. I know what you mean.
They could tour with Whitechapel. They could tour with Suicide Silence. They could tour with Dying Fetus. They could tour with Cannibal Corpse. Deicide, anybody.
Wow.
You would walk away from that being impressed.
Yep. They got that murder ball. They got
the
no
murder
kick
ball
drum.
thing. It's fucking sick. There you go. That's a show, you know?
Yeah. No kick drum.
Rolling kick drum. Friend of the row. Anyway, the next and one of the final categories here is the EP of the year. Man, EP we've talked about is the perfect form of hardcore music.
Still my favorite.
It's the way to do it.
It's the way to do it.
Here's a couple songs. Fuck you. Done.
Yeah. And then what's cool about them too is like you can be almost a different band with the next one.
Yeah.
Because it's just not that big of an investment and like
Exactly.
people can,
which is kind of what
digest
a couple of these bands did.
Yes.
Is
Very
like,
good.
hey, this is who we are now.
Yep.
That's the perfect way to do that.
I love it.
The nominees for the HardLore 2023 EP of the year. COLIN of Arabia, Trauma Dump. We were present through the whole making of this thing, you know?
It's true. Yeah.
We heard the demos. We heard the concepts.
Getting like a view into his thought process about writing and putting out music was really interesting and made me appreciate what they did. You know what I mean?
It was like, oh my God, you did all that stuff.
You did all that stuff you told us you were going to do. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I do think this is easily their best material. 100%.
Yeah.
And it finally, I just think it sounds like everything COA likes and believes, you know?
Yep.
I believe that they put everything into this. And I love that they finally have a record like this. It kicks ass.
It's awesome.
The Hope Conspiracy. Confusion, chaos, misery.
Just another surprise. Oh yeah, we're still around.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, coming back in perfect form.
It's so cool.
A band that we're big champions of HopeCon. I think this record rocks. This is a thing I listened to like 5 times in a row when it came out.
This was the thing where you texted me and you were like, dude.
I never do that.
Yeah, it was just one of those ones.
I'm always
where
like,
it was
dude. But this was capital dude. You know?
Yeah.
I was driving. I'm just kidding. I was pulled over. I love this thing. It's short. It's sweet. It's the perfect kind of next step to what they were doing with like Death Knows Your Name and stuff like that.
Which was another kind of this thing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was a reinvention that came out of nowhere. It's fucking awesome. HopeCon rocks, dude. The Hope Conspiracy. Confusion, chaos, misery. Up next, Killing Frost, self-titled. This is like a kind of it's like an enhanced single. I think it's 3 songs.
Okay.
Band is awesome. Check them out.
Okay.
New World Man. The Beast is back.
Seen him so much this year. Listened to him.
I savor every time.
Yeah. And it's just awesome.
This is just, I think this is just my favorite band right now, like period. Favorite current band playing music is New World Man. So it's tough to beat. I'll be honest with you.
Followed closely by like Guns N' Roses.
Yes. New World Man and Guns N' Roses. Scarab by Scarab is the final nomination for EP of the year. We've talked at length about Scarab. They're the best new band. 2024, they're going to whoop your ass. They're going to blow your mind. You're not going to believe them. But for now, the best EP of this year, the 2023 inaugural HardLore Award, New World Man, The Beast is back. This is the best crossover written in 23 years.
Yeah.
And then some.
It's
maybe
unique.
33 years.
It's earwormy. It delivers on all fronts. It's everything I want from that kind of music, you know?
It's everything I want from that kind of music and the things that that music kind of music doesn't do.
Right.
Crossover bands don't know how to fucking end songs. They'll do the pit in the first minute and then there's 3 minutes left.
It's verse 4 and 5.
Dude, fuck verse 4. Honestly, fuck verse 3.
Verse 3. Yeah, you don't need it.
Don't do it. You're wasting our time. New World Man does not waste our time. There's Jimi Hendrix riffs note for note in there. It's awesome. This is probably my favorite piece of music in like 3 or 4 years, realistically, along with their demo. This band is so for me that I worry about them. You know? Because everything I like has such a ceiling that I want them to break through it.
That was really funny.
You know?
Yeah, this was a band that I didn't hear of until FYA earlier in the year.
Were they opened or played second?
They played super early, and you were like, dude, you got to check this
I
fucking
gotta
band
be there
out,
for New World
you
Man.
know?
I fucking love this band. Here's hopefully a few words from New World Man.
HardLore, thank you guys so much for choosing New World Man. The Beast is back for the best EP of 2023. I don't know how we did it, but I love you. Thanks again.
That might have been awesome.
I really think it could have been.
The Beast is back, man. I can't wait to hear what they do next, truly.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I've got an LP's worth of material to listen to now. Before we get to the album of the year, we want to talk about a couple things.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the band to watch in 2024.
Kind of a most likely to succeed, but a little less like materialistic.
This is more of a superlative than an award. You know, this is just like, hey, they did it and they deserve some recognition. We're going to tell you about Fleshwater real quick. Fleshwater has the means to be whoever they want to be at this point.
A rocket ship is what they currently are.
A legit rocket ship, and the sky is the limit. The universe is the limit.
Yeah, literally.
We're so proud of them, and we're so lucky to be part of the ride in any way possible.
Mm-hmm.
We wish them the greatest success. Can't wait for new record.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be
a big one.
It's gonna be a big one.
So Fleshwater, the band to watch in 2024. Just wait. Just you wait. Okay.
Just you wait.
Something else we want to do right now, pivot to something serious, is something we're going to do every year now. I'm going to try not to cry. I'm not doing a great job yet. Damn it. This is tough. Something that we are calling the Cayle Sain Lifetime Achievement Award. This year's recipient is Cayle Sain.
Cayle Sain himself.
On behalf of the Sain family, it's a privilege and honor to accept this award for our son and boyfriend, the one and only Cayle Sain. Cayle would be very honored to be considered for this award, although to be honest, he probably would have fiercely stated that he was not deserving, as he often fought against any form of recognition or award. To many, Cayle was certainly known for being a self-taught drumming legend with unrivaled talent. Those who were lucky enough to have known him, or even lucky enough to have just met him, knew him for his absolute heart of gold, and of course his love of barbecue sauce. Cayle strongly believed in family, friends, and community, and he was always there for literally anyone. It didn't matter if you were a fan or if you had never even met him. I cannot count the number of times people have come to me since his passing with stories of how they would not be here today if it had not been for his love and support. Cayle rarely ever boasted of his achievements. However, I know he was very proud of the work that he put into becoming a pillar of the hardcore, metal, and rap scenes. He was an endless source of inspiration, comedic genius, and sheer musical talent. His contributions to the hardcore scene built a legacy that continues today. On behalf of his family, we are very proud of what Cayle Sain achieved, and we thank you for honoring his memory. Thank you so much.
Cayle's achievements live on through the countless stories that everybody he's ever met has about him.
Probably the most touching thing about the last week was just like posts and stories, everyone having a personal anecdote, you know.
The thing is, like, even Cayle was somebody where even the bad times were a hilarious thing to talk about, you know?
Yeah. And
even the rough days were like, Cayle made it funny though.
And how many people can say that? It's crazy.
Almost nobody.
Yeah, agreed.
The last few memories I have of Cayle, first off, we were flying to Flyover Fest on the plane. When we booked seats, we're all kind of separate.
Okay.
But I could see Cayle was like 2 seats up on the aisle, like 2 rows up.
Yeah.
He was watching Sorcerer's Stone and Fellowship of the Ring at the same time.
Oh my God.
That was
genius.
who Cayle was.
That's fucking genius.
Lord of the Ring, Fellowship was on the plane screen, and he was watching Harry Potter on his phone.
Oh, dude. Wow.
And as we've talked about, I have this, so Cayle's hearing was like terrible.
Yeah.
And I have this vision in my head of Cayle getting to the gates of heaven, right? Getting to the pearly gates. And God being like, welcome, Cayle. And Cayle going, huh? I know he would love that. Cayle's hearing is so bad that he uses his $3,000 Pro in-ear custom mold monitors as headphones.
Yeah.
And he always would be like, no, it's cool. I got my monitors. Like, no, my hearing's fine. I've got my monitors.
It's like,
but listening to like SoundCloud with those in was like anything. He was watching something on the way up to the Gilman show that was so loud in his headphones. And we were like, dude, what is that? And we looked over and he's watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire highlights.
You've kept all of these stories for me, and it's such a perfect summary.
Have.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about any just last things we have. What crushes me is like he and Haley just went to Japan. Mm-hmm. And that was like, he hasn't been since we toured there, and he didn't have a great time on that tour. So getting to go with his girlfriend and do all the things that he's always wanted to do as like the last thing he ever did really is kind of beautiful in a way, but it's like crushes me because he got home and like, it was like, okay, I'm back. I'm ready. We had a conversation the day before about playing a fest in Scotland.
Wow.
So it's like the man wanted to live.
Yep.
He wanted to prove everybody wrong, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody that doubted him, he just wanted to prove them wrong and be the best Cayle. And it was like, he was there, you know? So I salute him. Mm-hmm. I miss him. I love him. Been crying my eyes out for a week playing Fortnite. So thank God for Fortnite. God, if I don't know what I would do without Fortnite this week. Thank you, Fortnite, for holding me down while remembering our beloved boy Cayle. Mm-hmm. Cayle Sain.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
Lifetime Achievement Award. Truly, that he lived 100 lives within his almost 32 years. His birthday is in a couple days, which is another just fucking brutal thing. Mm-hmm. And you know, I feel so honored to have spent a single day with him, let alone hundreds of shows.
Yeah.
You know, he was in the band for 8 years.
Yeah,
which
that's right. Yeah.
Longer than Mike, who is original, who I can't thank enough for stepping up and being ready to rock with us again. That's going to be a beautiful thing.
That is a beautiful thing. That made me really happy when you told me that.
Us
really
too, you know, and like, you know, Mike and I just had a phone call, just crying at each other, just being like, love you, dude. You know?
Yeah.
It was really nice, but
good.
You know, death brings people together in a fortunate, unfortunate way.
But in a beautiful way, that's exactly what I think Cayle would want, you know?
Yeah. He wanted to be loved so bad, you know?
Yeah.
He wanted to love. Any time he talked to a person, it was like, I love you. And it was like, okay, man, I get it. But now you see why.
Yeah.
He knew what we all didn't acknowledge every day was just like, this whole life is fleeting. Mm. And we've got to appreciate it. And he did, man. The man ate Carl's Jr. every day. And then, dude, the most legendary thing, the thing that you have to keep in mind about him is that when we were talking to him before the children, he had doubled his body weight in a year and a half. Doubled.
Quite. Yes.
And we like had no plans to play drums, you know? His approach with us was like, I don't know if I can play.
Really?
I think he was doing other things and like trying to play for Downpresser and played a couple things.
Yeah.
But there was uncertainty when it came to playing with us. And then in like March, April, when things started to get serious.
Yeah.
It was like, Cayle, we need you, man.
Yeah.
And like, we believe in you. And that, you know, he expressed all the time how much that helped him And just knowing that like he got to go out on top, you know, is like that Sound and Fury set meant so much to all of us. And just having him be part of that, and the Twitch Fits thing, he never heard a Misfits song in his life.
And
he did that because he loved Taylor and wanted to help him.
Jesus Christ.
Never heard him.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Just a good guy.
Good guy.
And a like a once in a lifetime talent. I'll miss him forever. I'll miss playing with him. I got to stop talking about him or I'm going to lose it.
Mm-hmm. But all of those reasons are why he is the inaugural winner of
recipient
the
of the Cayle Sain Lifetime Achievement Award, which is what the award is called. So next year, the year after that, whoever's accomplishments we decide to highlight will be winning the Cayle Sain Lifetime Achievement Award. That is what the award is called.
Yes, sir.
And we canceled the award show. Like this week would have been a mess. Having to prepare that while dealing with this. And also, Cayle was going to paint the trophies.
That's right.
So it's like, I'm not fucking doing this without him, you know?
Yeah. And again, it would have been today. It would have been in a couple hours. Would have been right now.
Cayle would be bringing a box of spray painted McDonald's fry boxes, spray painted shiny gold.
Yeah.
That he was doing no questions asked. It was like, of course I can do that.
Yeah. So.
Love him, man. Cayle, RIP. We love you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime a Cayle story comes to mind, I'm going to be telling it on this show. Best believe me.
Good.
You know what? I remember one. The thing we were talking about that we talked about briefly in that interview was when he did the like, are we at the venue type thing?
Yeah.
A lot of the time, that was when we were in the van laying down in parallel benches. So he would be laying there going, Colin, not looking at me, not sitting up. So that I would sit up and look back and ask what he wanted. And then he would ask me if we were at a gas station. So instead of sitting up and looking around, he would lay there and go, Colin. And there was one time where I think we told this one in the Nate episode, but we pulled up to a UPS customer center to like pick up merch boxes.
Yeah.
And we get out of the van and he's like, oh, fuck, dude. And he just goes straight to the trailer tire and starts rolling a joint. Not aware that we're not at the venue. Not aware that it's like the UPS. We're surrounded by UPS trucks and the biggest logo you've ever seen. And he's just like,
I got it.
We're like, Cayle, we're at UPS, dude. And he's like, oh, fuck. That was. And I don't know if you saw the meme that Alec posted.
Which?
It is very difficult to explain where I am.
Yes, I did.
That one. He was so high at a venue while we were loading out. When we were like, Cayle, dude, where are you? We're trying to leave. And he sends that text verbatim. It's very difficult to explain. Separate text where I am. And we find him sitting in a wheelchair.
Dude.
He was the best. And it's like, that's anytime you're frustrated with him, you're in tears laughing 10 minutes later. And that's that. I'll miss him forever.
Yep.
It's time for the album of the year. But first, we've got to talk to you all about a few things. First and foremost, whoa. AG1. Can you believe it?
I every single day, I cannot believe it.
It's the best and most important part of my day because let me tell you, before AG1, I was void of all vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, and now I'm chock full of them. You wouldn't believe it.
And you could be confident that you're getting it daily.
Every single day, man. It's going to support your immune system.
Oh.
It's certified for sport. All you have to do is scoop one little scoop of this green powder into 12 to 16 ounces of water.
Shake it up.
Start your day with it, and you will have a better day. That's what we live by, you know?
We really do.
Every single person that I've recommended it to is now they're diehards, they're lifers.
Same. What do they get if they use our very special link?
If you go to athleticgreens.com/hardlore, you're going to get 5 free travel packs. FYA's coming up.
Oh.
You know, LDB's coming up. Tied Down's coming up. Sound and Fury's coming up. Everything's coming up. You're going to be traveling.
Yeah.
And you're going to need a boost of energy. You're going to need sustained energy throughout the day. And you're really only going to get that with AG1.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need as much coffee, you know? And you get vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. You want better skin? Drink AG1. You want healthier hair and nails? Drink AG1.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is, man.
And not only do they get 5 free travel packs, are they calling them travel packs?
Yeah.
They get a year supply of vitamin D and K drops.
That's crazy, man.
A year.
That's an unbelievable deal.
It's a great deal.
So long. That means somebody who bought AG1 from us a year ago is about to run out. So if you did that, you can use the deal again, I think.
That's sound thinking. Yeah.
Let us know. We love AG1. AG1 loves HardLore, and the HardLore Awards are brought to you by AG1.
Wow.
So, you know, this doesn't happen without them. You know who else it doesn't happen without?
Oh, boy, do I.
Our beloved Manscaped.
I know that if nobody else got me, Manscaped's got me.
You're preaching, brother. And church is in session, and I am seated in the pew. Manscaped is every person with body hair's best friend.
Wow.
You know?
Diplomatically, eloquently said.
Just if you've got hair that you see on your body that you don't want there, the lawnmower is going to get rid of it. The handyman is going to get rid of it.
The weed whacker.
The weed whacker is going to get rid of that's the hair you can't see.
Yeah.
The holes you don't want to know about are full of stuff the weed whacker can take care of. The crop reviver, the crop preserver, the body wash.
That's right. It's not just about hair. There's all kinds of stuff.
It's about the human body, which we all, if you're listening or watching the show, you have one.
It's true.
Which means you have scaped a man, you know? So scape your man. Manscaped. 20% off free shipping with code HardLore. Christmas is coming. Don't disappoint your family and friends.
And it's a whole new year. There's somebody you know who has a birthday coming up.
And somebody you know who stinks like the Dickens. And you've been letting them do that because you don't got them Manscaped. Thank you so much, Manscaped, for sponsoring this episode. And the album of the year is...
Album of the whole year. It is
album of the year.
December 18th at our time of recording right now. So we're unless anybody's got something in the next, I don't even know how many days there are in this month.
That's right.
13 days?
This is it.
This is it.
We picked 8 nominees.
Wow.
The first ever HardLore Awards album of the year. Let's go in alphabetical order.
Yep.
Our first nominee, their sophomore LP took them into the stratosphere. They've cemented themselves as a certified festival headlining band around the world. Drain, Living Proof.
Wow.
Outstanding production.
Yep.
Exactly what you want them to. This is another band that listened to what the people want from them.
Right.
And just turned it up.
They blew up a giant inflatable, kicked it out into the crowd,
and said, "Fuck you, we're Drain."
Yeah.
And I'm in the video, so it's awesome.
Dad, get out of my room.
Human Garbage. Straight Not Giving a Fuck. SNGAF. That's what it's called. This is probably the record I listened to the most this year, to be honest.
The whole year? Wow.
Human Garbage, Straight Not Giving a Fuck is a love letter to the golden era of California hardcore. Of 2000s California hardcore. Internal Affairs, Piece by Piece.
Piece by Piece, yeah.
Terror.
Yeah.
It's fast. It's pissed. It's hard. It's real.
Huh.
I listen to this a lot. and I love the people in the band. And that, that's a big part of it. Personal. Never Ending Game. outcry.
It's funny because this one was like, when it was coming out, it was like, this could be a big deal. And then it came out, it was a pretty big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we posted the tweet of like, hey, we're doing an award show, it was like 50-50, this record and another one.
Really?
In terms of what the perception was. Never Ending Game, 2 LPs, 2 EPs, a demo. They're a fucking real ass band now.
Yeah, big time.
Started off as like a borderline joke that still rocked.
Mm-hmm.
And now here they are with these like epic hardcore opuses.
Yeah, epic is a good way to put it.
It's kind of Biohazard State of the World Address-esque.
Yep.
In its maturity. It sounds awesome. It's their best production yet. It's very mature. And I'm excited to see them continue to grow and thrive as another kind of certified headlining band.
Wow.
Up next, we've got Pain of Truth, Not Through Blood. I mean, come on. This is like an event.
Yeah. Yeah. This is another one where it was like a day one, I was like, well, I got to listen to it. Like, you know, it was just one of those things where
they did it right. They put out an EP.
Yep.
Toured like crazy. Headlined their first 2 shows. Put out a comp song, put out some other stuff, and listened to the people and waited until the time was right and came out with the perfect record in terms of what people wanted from them, what they were capable of, compiling all the guest parts. It's special, man. It's generational.
That would be an interesting category, is like the record in 10 years that people are going to be talking about, you know?
Ooh.
Just interesting.
Like that.
Even thinking of these finalists, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the Academy Award for Best Picture
right
is often not the one you go back to.
Right.
But I don't think that's going to be the case with the winner of this year's Album of the Year. The next nominee, Restraining Order, Locked in Time, CTHC. Saw them a lot this year.
Yeah.
Better every single time. I think this is them at their best. And this is a band that I just personally like to see grow, because this is not the like status quo in hardcore right now.
No. Nope.
And they don't care.
Yep.
And it shows in the best way possible. Because like amongst these nominees, they're in their own lane completely.
Yep. Right.
Nobody sounds like them, but they sound like the golden era of all of hardcore. Really.
Well said. Yeah.
Thanks. The next nominee, Stingray, Fortress Britain.
And how about that?
This was a late addition for me, but man, I've listened to this 20 times now.
I gotta listen.
You gotta hear it.
I gotta go.
I think it's the perfect dirty British Japanese type hardcore, you know? Dirty in production.
Zuma doing his impression.
Yes, that's what Stingray sounds like. Zuma's British guy ordering KFC. Stingray vibes. 100%, dude. This record is so easy to get through. It's such a blast.
Okay.
Big fan. Virgos, Pennsylvania Death Trip.
This record is near and dear to me. For anyone who doesn't know, I know we've talked about it.
Yes.
Saba, along with 2 other woodland elves, just
Truly,
made a record that like this was the one for me. Probably my personal pick of the year.
This is for Bo.
Yeah, this is for Bo. Where when I listened to it, I listened to it 5 times in the day I first heard it, and I was really happy. This is one where you and I both were like, yeah, this is amazing.
Like finally, like Saba needed, you got to win. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Love this record. It has some fucking bangers on it, dude.
It's got heavy riffs. It's got catchy riffs. It's got cool industrial sampling. It's got hooks. It's got massive beautiful melodies. Like, outstanding record.
My favorite song, Wild at Heart, is like most kind of like soft rock ballad with some like very cool intricate riffs thrown in.
Yeah.
With a big fucking bit at the end.
and with a crowbar. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, this is HardLore right here. This is what we're all about.
Yeah, big time.
A dynamic record. The final nominee, another example of triumph. The human spirit reigning. A band we love to see win, truly. After having a crazy, brutal year of the knife, no love lost.
It says, what a statement. That's what I was trying to think of. It's just being like, yeah, that was the worst thing that's ever happened to us.
Yeah.
Here's our record.
And I'm pretty sure Pure Noise is taking $0 from this thing. Which you gotta fucking give it up to them.
Dude, like, I don't give a shit what else they're doing or what else they're putting out. No other record labels have done that. I'm sure there are some that we know who would.
Yeah. But like, this band's big, expensive LP that we just dropped tens of thousands of dollars in making got an accident. That's cool. We'll just eat all of that. We'll just lose that. So that they can have it.
That's beautiful. That's exactly what the hardcore community should be.
That's it. And it's their best record yet.
It's awesome.
Kurt recorded it, so it sounds perfect. Maddie cements herself as a god tier front person. Mm-hmm. Front man. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Maddie, we love you so much. You're the knife. We love you so much. We're very proud of you. These are the nominees, guys.
These are the nominees.
There's one winner, though.
Yes, there is.
I just realized I skipped over Scowl in the EP of the year. Oops.
Oh, shit.
Scowl was nominated for Psychic Dance Routine.
Scowl was nominated. Congrats, Scowl.
My bad, y'all.
Yeah.
It was the alphabetical that threw me off.
Gotcha.
But there's only one winner of Album of the Year.
Album of the Year. This is it. This is the big one.
This is it. This is the one.
Big ticket item.
The first ever HardLore Awards Album of the Year goes to Pain of Truth, Not Through Blood.
And when you said, when we posted the tweet and there was like kind of 50-50, I remembered, oh yeah, like it was this one. And
it was really more 60-40,
Okay, fair enough. And
I just think in terms of, dude, this band is onto something.
Yep.
They did it.
They did it. I've seen lots of videos of their tour, several tours that have been going on for the last however many months, and boy, oh boy, they are going. And
it looks like Madball in their prime.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a record that's as good as it literally needed to be for this to work in the way that they deserve and are, as hard as they're working,
Yeah, there you go.
It ultimately doesn't matter if you don't got the tunes. And they were like, no, we've got the tunes. We've got the vibe. We've got the art.
And we got the smarts on how to do
it. Dude. The brain is huge. And you can hear the brain in the songs that they really get hardcore in a way that you have to succeed in this capacity. Absolutely. And I do think this is the record that in 10, 20 years came out this year. One of many, realistically. There's a lot of bangers this year.
Yeah.
But this one is like, that first Pain of Truth LP is unbelievable. There are people are always going to say that.
Interesting. Yeah, I could see that. We didn't, as a final tweet or as a final treat, we didn't say what we're calling the awards.
Oh man.
Yep.
I mean, I alluded to it a little bit by talking about Cayle, but the Ronald goes to Pain of Truth, Not Through Blood. Album of the Year.
The Ronald, baby.
They're the Ronnies. So next year we'll do this live finally, and we'll have painted gold fry boxes for all the winners. Here's some words from Pain of Truth.
Hey, what's going on, HardLore? It's Michael Smith from Pain of Truth. Just wanted to send a quick shout out to you guys, anyone that voted for Not Through Blood. We really appreciate being Album of the Year. It means a lot to us. Shout out Colin and Bo for doing everything they're doing. Anyone that came out to any of the full U.S. shows that we just got off of. Shout out SOS Booking for the children. That show meant a lot to us. It was fucking awesome. So just keep an eye out. We have a lot of shit coming up. So just shout out to you guys. Hardcore is awesome right now. Super proud to be involved in everything that's happening right now. So we'll see you guys soon. All right, peace out, HardLore.
Unbelievable record.
It's a major award.
It is a major award. That brings the first ever HardLore Awards to a close. Mm-hmm. Thank you all so much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed this. We hope you enjoy all of these records. We hope you've discovered something new today.
I did, and I'm sure others have as well. So
good.
I think
that's what
awesome.
we want.
That's what we want. Absolutely.
We're here to uplift. We're here to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
Cayle Sain, Lifetime Achievement Award. Rest in peace, brother. We love you so much. More Cayle stories to come. Whenever I think of one, you best believe it's coming. We love you all. Thank you for bearing with us last week. We hope you enjoyed that tribute. We hope you enjoyed this.
Yep.
We will see you next week. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays to all.
Happy holidays to all. You're all amazing. You're beautiful. Hardcore is the best, isn't it?
It's the best thing ever.
That's why we're here, because it's the best. And that's on period. Bye.
Bye.